Hello, good morning everyone. Uh, Today I will show you the working of the Drupal. Drupal. So what the Drupal is? So Drupal is a content management system, a CMS, which is very popular in these days. Number of websites are uh, taking this as a platform and running. So it has a wide applications. So here I have planned to show you how this Drupal can be used effectively and what are the end uses of this Drupal, particularly in education field, academics. So I have installed a Drupal on a Fedora operating system and I have started the server and the server is running on. So here on this PC, I act as a client, my browser act as a client. So I will try to open the front page of this website. Here I have opened a browser and I'm now typing the IP address of the server, so which is 172.16.2.193. So this will point to me to the server and the server has sent me a reply like this one. So here this is why I am seeing, because after installations it asks you to enter the user ID and password. Not necessarily you need passwords and users, but this site can be used publicly without feeding or entering the username and password. Those websites are called as anonymous. But here I have secured this website so to avoid the unauthorized uses. So in order to access, so I am now typing the IDs of the administrator, and this ID is set at the time of installation of the Drupal. Okay, after a successful verification and authentications, it has opened this front page and you can see here the various menus and options are available here, like this dashboard, the content, structure, appearances, people, etc, etc. So the content, this link is used to add content. See, there are multiple types of the contents. Before I show you what types of the contents can be published, let me tell you why this Drupal is used. As this is a CMS, as the name indicate, content management system. So we have a number different types of the contents, and whenever we want to publish those contents so that the end users can see it remotely. So this application works like a client server model that which has a number of applications. So that is why we require this one. And to make this possible, there are several solutions. If you are the expert in the web programming or web domain, so you can have applications of your own, but that needs you to write the code from the scratch. Here you need not to write the code. The client side programming, using client side programming languages, server side programming languages, with the help of the databases. So you need not to worry about the client-side programming languages, server-side programming languages, and databases. If you have the simple working knowledge of databases, how to connect to the servers, how to create the tables, etc., so that's enough. No need to no need to create the tables as well. Just to create how to see, if you know how to create a databases, so that's it. So all the things, all the smaller insights, this will be taken care by the Drupal. Okay, here let me tell you what types of the contents are here. Mm -hmm. So I have selected contents, and now it will show me the different types of contents. Okay, add contents. So here the articles on a basic page and blog entry in the drop, frequently asked questions, forum topics, along answer questions, poll and quiz and quiz directions, and site notes and web forms, etc. So these are the different types of the contents. Okay, one more thing I would like to show you before I create a content and publish it. Okay, let us see here. For example, this is one of the content I have created and kept here for the use. See, you can see here this. What is this? So this is a form which asks me to enter the username, last name, email ID, and gender, and select hobbies, and etc., and date of birth. Like this one here, you can type about yourself. So what exactly is this? This is a web form. One can simply one can simply open this web form remotely. So why this web form? Whenever you need information from your client, when you want to collect data from your students or client or anything. So you can design a web page, you can design a form like this one, and you can keep it open so that everybody can access and can submit their data. So this is how you can collect the data from the users, which is which is not in the campus or not in the classroom. So on a client machine they can open a page and can enter a data. So this is how I can collect the data from the multiple users. So this is one of the applications of this. This content is called as web form. Okay, another one, file upload. Okay, here, so what if this features can be used to select the files. So it allows us to upload a file from remotely. Whenever you have something and you want to upload it, for example, the document file, a PPT, Excel file, a TXT file, or EXE, something like that, and you have all this data with you and you want to upload it for any reason. It may be what submission of assignments or any work or tasks. So here it allows you to this one, for example, this one, screencast-o-matic recordings like this one. For example, let us see one of the file. Submit. So this has been uploaded on the server. You can see what you have uploaded. So the PDF which I have just uploaded will appear here. We are submission example PDF. Now this is visible from anywhere. You need not to be on the server. You can take the copies from anywhere. So this PDF has been uploaded. So this is one of the feature of this one content. One of the content file. It is actually a form element, a file. Okay, another one, for example, this node which is created for the TIT student, third year IT students. Okay, what this explains, so I have just uploaded a list of experiments, so the student can view what are the experiments they are supposed to perform in the upcoming week, etc, etc, like this one. So note IT, the another node, this is available only to the admin users, and this can be used to this can act as a diary where I can put the important things here. So I need not to remember, I need not to recall. So I can type here and I can see. Only the admin user can see all this one. Okay, here one. Okay. So this is what. Let me tell me one more thing. Okay, one of the queues which I have created earlier. I'm going to show you how the queues can be used. Okay, this is the queues which I have created, and I want to now publish it, which is not published yet. So I will now publish it. Here is the option to publish it, publish the contents. Okay, this has been now published. So the admin is now going to log out. Admin has logged out. Here is one of the user. This one. See, the queues is now appeared here. He can appear for this one. Okay, what it says, this is the quiz and this has been already been submitted by you, because I have kept only one attempt here, so it doesn't accept the another attempt. Only once this quiz can be solved. So that is why this is the message. Okay, in next video I will show you how to create a quiz and how to create the users so that users can appear for the online quiz. So this is how the Drupal can be used, the various purposes, and this is only a little things. I mean, very little components. The Drupal is not, whatever I have shown you, Drupal is much more than this. Okay, that's it. That's all about the Drupal. What is the means how the Drupal works, how the Drupal can be used. Thank you very much for listening this. Thank you.